Hello, today we're back and we're going to be making hamburger buns. I was going to say hot dog hamburger buns, or you can use them as sandwich buns, whatever you prefer. So we're going to do our sourdough hamburger, not hot dog. I really want to say hot dog, sandwich buns. I fed my sourdough starter this morning at like 7. Super hot in here, so it's already ready and it's only 2. And it does take a bit a bit of mixing and then like giving it a half an hour and mixing and stretching, blah blah blah. You'll find out. So it's okay that we're starting at 2 because we're gonna have a couple steps to do. So I'm gonna tilt you down and we'll get started. I turned it off by mistake. That's not tilting down. I'm tired. What's new? I just have to change the scale to grams. Milliliters. Oh my gosh, why does it always take me? There we go. We got some grams going on. So you're gonna start off with 50 grams of sourdough, but this only makes 6 buns, and that's not enough for me, so I am doubling it. But if you're only doing one recipe with 6 buns, it is 50 grams of sourdough, but I need 100, and I didn't know how much I needed. So I made a lot of starter, way more than I needed. So you've got 100 grams of sourdough. We're gonna zero out that scale. Don't forget to feed that sourdough. I know I always say it. And then we're gonna do 360 grams of flour. I'm just using an all-purpose white flour, and that's for one recipe is 360 grams. And I can't do that quick math, so I'm starting my scale over for another 360. Usually I sometimes do them in 2 separate bowls, like if I am doubling recipe, but I'm just doing it in one bowl this time because I'm gonna actually measure out the dough, so I know how big to make the buns. And then you want 240 grams of water. That's where I always mess up. 243, good enough. 240 again because I'm doubling. 10 grams of salt. So I'm gonna do 20. You do 10 or 20, whatever you're doing. Okay, and then last is 30 grams of honey. If you don't have honey, you can always do maple syrup. I like the honey. So we want 30 grams, but for me, I want 60. So we got 30 there. Oh boy. I debated about going out and getting another honey, but I'm like, honey's pretty heavy. So I thought like it'd look like less than this, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll have 60 on the dot. There you go. And you're just gonna mix it either with your hand or with a spatula. I'm gonna try my darndest to do it with a spatula. You just wanna mix until there's no more dry bits. I say I'm gonna try with a spatula, but oh my gosh, hand is just so much easier on the arm. Oh, she's sticky. I'm blaming the honey. Just kidding, dough is always sticky. This is super stick. Get out of your spatula. Nailed it. Okay, try to get as much of this dough off my fingers as I can get. Like 12 buns, that's not even a lot. I've never done this recipe before, but I have high hopes. I was like thinking of altering the other one to make it sourdough. I was just getting, it was too much for my head today. So it's 220 right now. Here's my lid. We're gonna throw this on and let it sit there. It's just mixed. That's it. We're just gonna let it sit there for half an hour and then we'll be back. We're back. It's been, it hasn't been a half an hour since my alarm didn't go off. Oh, 6 minutes. I don't have that patience right now. Okay, focus. Just turn that off. It's been a half an hour. We'll just pretend it's okay. Gonna take a little lid off and all you're gonna do is a fold. Hot tip, wet your hands because it's very sticky. Or you could just like, I don't know, flour them and hope for the best. My hands are dripping. I'm just gonna tilt you down. Ah! Don't play this game with me. We'll see, it might start going down. It's all good. So you're just gonna take the dough and put it to the middle. Again. It's obviously starting to stick, so you'd probably just re-wet your hand at this point. I'm gonna flour my hand because it's right in front of me. Just spin it until you get all the sides, essentially. And this is like, so you don't have to make a mess on your counter as I'm dropping flour everywhere. So you just have to go until you get all the sides. I already got all the sides, but I'm still going. Okay, that's it. Now you're gonna cover it for half an hour and then you're gonna repeat 2 more times. So I'll see you in a half an hour. I'm running out. So realistically, it'll probably be an hour. It's 2:45 right now. So realistically, it'll probably be an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. really bad at this game. Same thing, just taking it. Ooh, I need flour. And just putting it to the middle. What time is it? It's 4:40, so it took me a while to come back. So that was our second fold. And now we're just gonna put the lid on top and come back again in a half an hour potentially, because I'll be home now. So it's been a half an hour and we're just gonna do our last little fold and then we're gonna let it sit again for a half an hour after that. All right, and let it sit there for half an hour. We're on the last step for tonight. I need to wear my glasses. So what time it is, time to get some glasses. 6:23, and we are just going to knead the dough for like 8 minutes. So this is where it's nice to have like, what are they called? A KitchenAid or something. So it could do that for you. It can mix the dough for 8 minutes instead of doing it by hand. But I'll tilt you down, I'll show you a little bit. Plus, I lie when I do it anyway. I'm not actually gonna do it for 8 minutes. That's insane. 8 minutes, oofy. So you're gonna flour your counter. And I'm just rolling this sucker on down and just knead away for not really 8 minutes because that's crazy. So when I knead, I just kind of pull from the side and squish it in the middle. And then I switch it up too and I just kind of like move it and push. I don't know, I don't have, like I said before, I just kind of do whatevs. So I'm gonna go do this for maybe realistically 2 to 3 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back and I can't do math. I did 7 minutes. Why not do that extra minute? Because I get bored really easily. So you're just gonna place it back in the bowl and you're gonna put its lid back on. Okay, so now we're just gonna let that sit overnight. Room temperature, but it's super duper duper warm up here. And it says till I let it sit for 6 hours and it's only a little bit after 6:30. So that's gonna be like way more than 6 hours. So I'm probably gonna move it downstairs where it's a lot cooler. I feel like I'm out of breath. My hair is crazy. I was like biking and like a lot of wind just getting all up in there, making my little baby hairs go. Again, not a hair channel. Talk about hair too much on this place. What? Gonna put it downstairs 6 hours. And then in the morning time when it's all ready and doubled, I'll show you what it looks like in here. Although it was tilted down, so you probably saw. When it's all doubled and ready to go, you can either get it ready to do another rise in the morning in the little bun shapes, or you can do, it's appealing, or you can put it in the fridge, sorry, focus. You can put it in the fridge for like up to 2 days, and then you can cook it after the 2 days. Take a breath. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go put it downstairs where it's cooler. First thing in the morning, I'm gonna let it rise, because you could let it rise for like an hour to 2 hours as soon as it doubles in size. So in that time, I'll go to the gym and then I'll come back and then I'll cook it. So it's gonna all work out good. It's gonna work out good because I'm not putting it in the fridge. I'm leaving it out. Learn from my pizza mistakes. Now I won't forget. Now I won't not double check. Anyway, see you tomorrow. So it is 8:30, a lot later than I wanted, but that's okay. And the dough has doubled or more in size. So it sat out for longer than 6 hours, obviously. So it's all the way at the top now. We got our buns ready to go. We're just gonna get out a big sheet pan and flour the counter. Ooh, I do need the scale for this part. Okay, so I have the scale. I'm gonna wanna take the dough out of the bowl first. So the bowl's empty-ish. Gonna just zero it out with the bowl on the scale. And I'm gonna get this guy back in the bowl. And it is 1,422 grams. So I need to divide that by 12 buns. And I need my calculator for that, BRB. So we've got 118.5. Take that out and try to get 118.5 out of each of these suckers. Oh boy, it's gonna be tedious. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. It's 121, 117. So you need 118.5. That was 117. You get the gist. Some of them are going to be a touch over, some will be a touch under, unless you do it exact. 121. Gotta do this 12 times. I'm gonna turn off this camera. You don't need to watch this. Okay, so you have a big pan, floured, or whatever size pan you have. Got a nice amount of flour on there, and then I'm just taking these guys and folding each edge into the middle, and then kind of rolling it on the seam side and giving it a little spin. So Do it again. It's pretty sticky. Fold everything to the middle. All the seam sides flip this way. And last guy. Next, you're just going to want to take a tea towel or whatever you have, place it on top. This might be a little heavy, so I might get a tea towel. And just make sure it's covered and then let it sit there for 1 to 2 hours until the buns double in size. So this is what they look like right now. And once they're bigger, then they'll be ready to cook. So I'll be back. I'm back from the gym. It is 10:15. So now we're just gonna set the oven to 375 degrees, let that oven preheat, and in the meantime, you're gonna make a little egg wash. And all that is 1 egg with a tablespoon of water. Whip, whip, whip. And then you're gonna need one of these guys. Sesame seeds if you want them, but if you don't want them, you don't have to use them. Okay, we'll check on these buns and see if they grew. We sure hope so. They grew. I wish they were bigger, but they grew. So this is what they look like now. I don't know, I just feel like, sorry, I was just smelling them. If it's like a hamburger bun, you want a little bit bigger, but it'll grow in the oven. I hope they don't stick. I was debating about using parchment paper, and every time I don't use parchment paper, I really regret it. Ugh, I should have used parchment paper. So we're just going to do a little egg wash on top. So pretty when you do it. What else? I'm trying to think of something else I make to do an egg wash. Maybe it is just the buns. It looks like so professional after. And nothing I make really ever looks professional because I'm pretty messy and not about presentation. As you can tell, they're all covered. What do I do, like, I don't know, are there buns that you do poppy seed toppings on or everything seasoning on? Maybe. So this is just selection sesame seeds. I don't have that many. I didn't realize I was getting low. I'll just do a couple with the seeds on top. Not that you need an abundant amount of seeds. I don't know. Do I do them all? Ugh, decisions are so hard. I like that. Who are you? Get out of there. What are you? Came from the seed package, but you don't look like a seed. Oh yeah, that just dumped all in one spot there. We'll do half and half. But hamburger buns are usually seedy. I don't know. I haven't bought a bun in forever. All right, so oven's almost there. I don't actually know how long we're putting it in the oven for, so we'll pop it in the oven, and then once they're done, I'll come back and tell you how long they went in for. And we're gonna hope that, I have sesame seeds everywhere, that the buns don't stick. The oven's ready. So those went in the oven for 25 minutes, and I took them out at 25. It said if the top was looking brown, you're good to take them out. So you got the plain Jane ones, and then we got the sesame ones. My feedback is they super duper stick to the pan, so I probably use parchment paper. Maybe I'll cut one so we can check out the inside, but I'm gonna tilt you down just in case you're like me and don't do the parchment paper. I mean, you can figure it out how to get the fresh chives. It's so nice to have summer and like herbs from the garden. I'm not just talking to myself, don't worry. Well, I am. This is my camera. I think even if I was talking to myself, nobody would be concerned. Well, I don't love the look of the bottom of these. I would definitely do parchment paper. They're kind of like wet feeling. Not loving that. Like, and not that brown. That's probably just because the eggs fell there. Well, that one looks a bit better. I don't know. Let's cut one open. Let me grab my Shauna knife. What's it called? It's a husky Shauna knife. I don't love that the bottom feels wet though. Not a fan. Okay, plain Jane one, we'll cut into it. And I want to do one of the, what's it called? Wet looking ones as opposed to the more cooked ones because I'm curious. Got to make sure this middle is a beauts. Probably could have done it a couple minutes longer, but see, they're good either way. Okay. Middle's good. There is, look at that nice little gap in good crumb. It's cooked. I don't know. Oh, just pretending to eat it. I'm not actually eat it right now. But like I made never this recipe before. The other one which uses yeast, which I don't love. So I'm actually gonna flip them all upside down and let the butts cool. I'm not happy about that. Where do I put them back in to get a little toasty on the bun? I don't know. I'm gonna let them cool. But my other buns have been good. If they're not good, I'll come back and tell you, but I assume they're gonna be great. Thanks for watching and have a good night, weekend.